Hopefully it will start. Gonna start soon. Oh, it's starting. Okay. It's being a little funky. Is it working? I don't know if it's working. Oh yeah, it's working. Okay. I don't know if y'all can hear me though. I'm just gonna wait for everyone to come back. Why is it being so weird? Okay, I'm gonna continue reading right now. So, why would you sign yourself up for a get yourself killed list? People need you, golf ball. This is gonna sound so cringe, bro. Tennis ball walked around the room frantically. Golf ball stayed silent, writing in her journal. Golf ball looked up at him. Name one. Golf ball looked at him with straight eyes. Me, golf ball said. And then tennis ball said. Okay. Chapter 8, Shattered Radio Part 2. The night was quiet. Tennis ball had a long night. He didn't remember when he fell asleep, but he fell asleep in golf ball's bed. But golf ball was sleeping in her chair of her desk. Tennis ball dreaded the morning. He didn't want golf ball to go out, especially without him. He walked to the small bathroom in the mirror. The mirror caught his eye. He still had Fanny's blood smudged on his face. It was a little faded on his fuzz. He wondered why the others didn't question why Golf Ball had a band-aid around her head or why there was blood on him. He shrugged it off. He tried to get it out, but gave up after a while. As he went to the lobby, he noticed that Bottle stayed up all night next to Letty. When Tennis Ball walked in, Bottle flinched a little. I don't think it was just a rotten berry, Bottle said, looking at Tennis Ball. Hold on. Okay. Well, I don't know for sure, Bottle. I would need some type of berry the same type of berry she ate. Tennis Ball said, looking at Lydie with concern in his eyes. If I could go with Golf Ball to find stuff, I could get it for you. Bottle looked down at Lydie, who was breathing softly. Tennis Ball looked at her. Bottle, you don't have to do that. Bottle stayed looking down at Lydie. But Lydie didn't have to do anything for me, yet she does, Bottle said lightly. I could ask Golf Ball. Lydie needs someone like you to care for her. Tennis Ball smiled at Bottle. Bottle smiled back and said, okay. Donut walked out of his room. The others not awake yet? Donut asked. TB nodded. Bottle looked up at the blue clock. I'll go wake up Pen and Marker, Bottle said, hopping to their room. Tennis Ball walked over to Golf Ball's room to wake her up. TB walked in. Golf Ball was connecting the trackers and writing things down. Need some help? Tennis Ball asked, walking over to her desk. Maybe. Golf Ball sighed. She seemed nervous to go. Too nervous to do the work herself. She got up to let TB work and walked out to see if the others were awake. The Free Smarters were sitting on a free couch next to the door of the tower. So, Bozo, when does Ruby go with you? Pencil looked up at her. She was holding Ruby's hand in comfort. She was nervous. We're leaving when Tennis Ball finishes the trackers, Golf Ball said, walking over to Donut to discuss her plan. Tennis Ball walked out of Golf Ball's room with the finished trackers. Nickel and Profile were sitting on another couch. Profile was going to listen to Golf Ball's plan so he could keep X in check. Golf Ball explained how the trackers worked again. She hooked the trackers to TV to track them and put them on everyone that was going. Golf Ball, Snowball, Ruby, Marker, and Pen. Golf Ball made a list of things they need to look for. Food, water, info, and others. Why is it scattered out like that? What the flip? TB whispered in her ear about Bottle's request. Rotten yoilberry. A couple of minutes went by as Tennis Ball watched over the trackers closely. Book was in charge of the radio to see if they call. Donut reassured everyone, mostly TB, that they'll be back before we know it. Everyone was talking calmly about things. It wasn't silent, but silent enough. As the five walked, they noticed things. Is it me, or is there more trees than usual? Oh, hello! We're on chapter 8 of the AU. I had to do a part 2 because my live cut out. Yeah. This is my favorite chapter, in my opinion, right now that I've written, because there's 10. Pen said, holding Marker's hand, making sure he didn't fall behind. Maybe 2 did get infected. Golf Ball mumbled under her breath. Pen stopped. Golf Ball, you mean you led us into a death trap? Pen said nervously. Oh, come on, Pen. You know Golf Ball's nerd nonsense is obviously wrong. Snowball said, tried to make Pen feel better. Pen frowned. Golf Ball looked back. According to my calculations, 2 shouldn't be infected due to us not running, or should I say driving into them. But me and TB never saw 2 with 4. Golf Ball said as she continued. Ruby was right behind her. She offered to hold the radio and a small bag. Listen, Golf Ball, if 2 is infected and they try to kill us, you're our bait. I need to make sure Grassy stays strong. Snowball bluffed. Golf Ball rolled her eyes. Golf Ball, are you sure we won't die? Ruby moved closer to GB. Of course, Ruby. SB is just bluffing. We'll be fine. Golf Ball was explaining, but the floor started to collapse under them, making all of them roll down the hill. As they all screamed, Ruby tried not to break the radio as she slid on one side. Golf Ball tried to slow her rolling as GB and SB were going the fastest. Her leg got caught onto a loose branch from the ground from the fast impact. The branch pulled on GB's leg, pulling it out of place. GB yelped in pain, still hanging from the branch. The others landed in a bush. Pen got up from the bush. GB, see what I mean? We could have gotten hurt. Pen looked around for Golf Ball. Where's GB? Pen said, worried. Look up. Ruby pointed at GB. She was hanging from the small branch. Her mind felt woozy from rolling and her leg being pulled out of place. She was out. Snowball looked up. Well, she's dead, and started walking off, but was pulled back by Pen. Ruby, what's happening there? A ruffled voice came from the radio. Rip Golfy. Rip to her too. But she's not dead, guys. She's not dead. Just. TB says he saw on the tracker your heart beats were racing and GB's foot is broken or something, and now her heartbeat is slow. Book ruffled. Well, we fell down a hill, Book, Ruby said, looking up at Golf Ball, who was still unconscious. And GB is stuck on a hanging branch, unconscious, Ruby said, worried. Okay, Ruby said we need to listen. Okay, Ruby? That doesn't make sense. What? Okay, so Ruby, it's not supposed to say said, it's supposed to be, okay, Ruby, you need to listen to me very carefully. It's supposed to say that, too. Yeah. I'm a very bad typer, guys. My bad. Book said carefully, how steep is the hill? Snowball and Pen went to try and to grab Golf Ball as Marker and Ruby stepped back. They couldn't reach her. Pen stepped back and shook his head to Ruby as Snowball kept trying. They can't reach Book, Ruby explained. Okay, I need Snowball to hold the pen up to GB. To GB to grab her. If you guys are still too short, let Marker get on top of Pen, Book explained. Pen got on Snowball. SB extended his arms to make Pen taller. I got her, Pen said as he untangled the branch, releasing Golf Ball. Once GB was placed on the ground, she woke up. She looked up woozily with a ringing in her ear, and a voice was muffled. Oh, nice. Jesus. I got no more water. No. There's nothing else to drink. Okay, I'm gonna try and finish these last few chapters very quickly. What? Golf Ball winced at the ringing and pain. Then Pen grabbed her loose leg and a muffled I'm sorry for this, GB was said. What? Wait, GB yelled as Pen pulled and put GB's leg back in place. A loud scream surrounded them. After a little bit of the screaming, GB fainted from the pain. Did it work, guys? Book asked. Well, yes, but she's out again, and by the scream, most likely in pain, Ruby said. That's normal, Ruby. You guys did great. Snowball carried Golf Ball, and find a way to get back here so we can treat your wounds. Uh-oh. I have no idea. I thought you went onto another account or something. But it says the same, so I don't know how that would be possible. Book explained. Okay, thanks, Ruby. Thanks, Book, Ruby said as she turned the radio off. Marker pulled out a small map from Ruby's bag. We could go around here. We could go around there should... Oh my god. We could go around there should... It should say, it should be flat land around the mountain. We could climb there and go back, Marker said, pointing at the map. Good find, bud, Pen said as he started to walk with Marker. 1 to 2 hours went by. GB slowly opened her eyes, letting them adjust as muffled talking was heard. I know you're bored, Ruby, but we'll get there, Pen said. Ruby sighed. Golf Ball stayed laying down, squinting at the sky. Well, after a while, Golf Ball got up. The pain was numb in her leg. "Good morning, Golf Ball. How's your leg?" Ruby said joyfully. Golf Ball stared with blank eyes. She had forgotten everything that happened in the last hour or so. "Fine, I guess. Where are we going, Ruby?" Golf Ball winced. "We're heading back to the hotel, but we have to go the long way," Pen said. "Book said you can't walk till we get back, so Snowball's carrying you," Ruby explained. Golf Ball looked around at her surroundings and saw the same bush that Bottle was talking about. "SB, go over there to that bush and pick a berry. They're the same ones Slutty ate." Yeah. I guess it's fun. Okay. Golf Ball explained to Snowball. Snowball went over to the bush and grabbed a berry and handed it to Golf Ball. As they continued walking, Golf Ball looked at the berry. It was purple like a normal yo-yo berry, but seemed to make objects sick. The four of them stopped. GB looked up. "Why do we stop?" Snowball asked. "There's some kind of green force field," Ruby said, pointing at the green light. "It's our only way through, though," Marker said, looking at the map, looking at the green light. My bad. "Be careful, it could be toxic," Golf Ball said. "Only one way to find out," Snowball said, picking up GB off his head and putting her in the force field, still holding her. Oh my god. Okay. She had her eyes closed, ready to die, but opened to see nothing. Poisonberry. That could be the name. I haven't come up with the name yet. It's always just been called the berry. That soon kills Lottie because I hate her. What? She had her eyes closed, ready to die, but opened to see nothing wrong. It was just a tinted green a bit inside. Snowball pulled her out. "She's not dead, so it must be safe," Snowball said proudly. Golf Ball looked at him annoyed. "We still need to be careful. 4 might see us, or 2 might hear us," Golf Ball said as she was placed back on GB's head. "I thought you said 2 isn't infected," Marker said. "Well, there's a possibility," Golf Ball said, but still no sound. Golf Ball said as they walked in. Pen and Marker were looking around at their surroundings and noticed a green thing in the distance. Marker pointed at the green thing. Pen grabbed Marker's hand as they followed behind Snowball. Ruby was a little far behind all of them. She was nervous. She was the only one who hasn't seen 4 infected and hasn't gone through what the others have. She held tightly to the radio. Then Be nice to 2, y'all. 2 is an amazing character. Ruby, are you okay? We can't see your trackers that well. The signal is low right where you guys are standing. Book muffled. Ruby paused and the others paused too. They were far in front. A glimmering white pupil came from the green figure's eyes. Their eyes were teary yet dry. It didn't look like it had a mouth, but one thing for certain, they woke up too. Ruby quietly turned on the radio and spoke to Book. I'm sorry, Book. Ruby sobbed and turned off the radio and pulled a wire out of it and tossed it to Marker. Pen tried to reach for her, but it was too late. 2 had lunged at Ruby. A snowball pulled Pen back in time. A lot of blood was splattered on his face. I'm gonna put some music on, so I'm not gonna be able to see chat, y'all. So, just be warned. I'm not gonna be able to see chat. Is it gonna connect? Okay, there we go. Okay.
Hey, cool.
Yeah.
Want a salad? A salad? Yeah. Want to see what we have?
Sure. I'll be right back, y'all.